Alrighty, CNT120, we are working on our Chapter 3 lab. We just got done working with the IP version 4 address dynamic on the Philadelphia side, and we gathered the dynamic address from the Philadelphia PC and the Philadelphia laptop. These right here. Okay. Before we leave IP4 addressing, we also want to do a ping and look at the ping. So what we're going to do is we're going to issue a ping from the Philadelphia PC over to the web server and make sure it now has connectivity, and the same thing from the laptop. And then we are going to look at those results on the sniffer. Now it's up to you. Sometimes this is helpful. If you go to the sniffer and go down here to clear, that clears out any previous captures. So anything I'm looking at now would be new captures coming in. If that helps you, go ahead and do that. I'm going to close my sniffer out just to make it a little easier to see now. And now I'm going to do a ping from the Philadelphia PC to the web server at 192.168.30.4. So let's do a command ping here. 192.168.30.4, and I should have connectivity now that we have that valid dynamic IP address at this site. We get a full response, if you will, full reply. And I'm going to do the same thing on the laptop. Now, when I do the laptop, this hub is going to repeat them over to the sniffer. So the sniffer should now be getting copies of this ping when I do it. 192.168.30.4. There we go. So we have a ping going over the web server, response coming back, or reply coming back, so we know we have connectivity. We know that the layer 1 cabling, layer 2 NIC, and layer 3 IP addressing is all functioning and correct. Otherwise, we would not get that reply. And now, since I did that, this sniffer should have copies of that ping I just did. So we're going to open that sniffer and look at the ICMP message. And we'll look at like the last one on the list. Okay. Now, if you cleared off the ones that were there before, these are all the ones that he just did. And we're getting a request reply, request reply, request reply, request reply. That's what we're actually seeing here. So I'll go down here and grab one of these last ones. I'll open that up. And what I want to look at, we looked at the Ethernet header last time to see the MAC addresses. We're going to scroll down now and we're going to look at the IP header. And we're going to look at the IP addressing. Now, as I look at the IP header, excuse me, this has a lot more fields in it, header fields in. But the header fields you were looking at in the chapter should be here now. Here's your version field. It's IP version 4. This is your header length. Okay. This is your, these right here. The flags and frag offset, they are there for if we need to fragment the IP packet. This up here is for quality of service, if you will. Here's your TTL. That's basically your expiration on this IP packet. If it's on the network too long, it basically kills this packet so it does not loop the network. And then we eventually have there's our header checksum, and then we have our source and destination IP header fields. So here's the source, the 3177, the PC over to the destination, the web server 30.4. That's what I'm seeing there. So over here, what we want to do is we want to copy the contents of the IP header source and contents of the IP header destination. So on my results file over here, I'm going to put a note in here that this is my IP version 4 header fields from my, actually, let's get the right name over here. We want to do the contents of the IP header. There we go. So we want to do IP version 4 contents of header field. There we go. Actually, if Mr. Brown can type contents, there we go. And now we're going to copy in the source and destination IP field. So we're going to grab this source, and again, I can highlight, right click on top, copy, and I can paste it over here. And then we're going to do the same thing with the destination field. Highlight, right click on top, copy. Come over here, I'll paste it in, and I should see those two fields, the source 3177 from the PC and destination 30.4, the destination over to the web server. All right, so now we have that saved in there as well. And this is looking at our dynamic side of the network, the Philadelphia side of the network. Alrighty, so you might want to now save your text file so you have that progress. I'm going to close that field out, and you might want to save your packet tracer file so again you have that progress in case things close out on you for some reason. Alrighty, when we come back in the next one, we're going to move on to IP version 6.